Are you looking for a place to hold your next big event? Waterford Reception is a premier event venue in the Northern Virginia area with 2 locations in Fair Oaks and Springfield. And here with more about event planning and its tips is events coordinator Consuelo Scott. Welcome, Consuelo. Let's start with planning ahead, because people are getting engaged, they get excited, and then maybe they, get a manicure and relax. But plan ahead is what people are supposed to be doing, right?
Yes. Well, at Waterford, we host nearly 1,000 events each year between our 2 locations in Fair Oaks and Springfield. Receptions, bar and bat mitzvahs, corporate events, and even proms. And doing all those events and helping each guest planning ahead is definitely one of the best things that they can do. Now, many different events have different lead times. We've helped guests plan an event in less than a month.
Wow.
Which was a bit crazy, but it's definitely doable.
It's not really what you want to do.
No.
You want to help people plan ahead.
Yes, so several months is a good lead time just to make it a smoother process for everybody.
So tell me about, when you say planning ahead, does it make a difference on the kind of event that you're planning, on how much lead time?
Well, if you're having a large reception or a conference, you definitely want at least 6 months to a year lead time. Some people plan just meetings within a couple months. If you're not flexible on your date, definitely at least 6 months to a year.
Okay. So what's the date that goes first? I just have to know. What for weddings?
For weddings, it's now looking at October.
Really?
October is a huge month for weddings.
Started that. I got married in October. Okay, so what about hidden costs? Because that's another big thing. You know that you can only afford a certain amount of people at your reception or at your event, but there may be some hidden costs sometimes?
Well, many venues just kind of skim over the packages when an initial meeting, and some things can get overlooked and then pop up later on. So a few things you want to ask about would be setup and cleanup fees.
Really?
Cost for linens, and even cake cutting.
Okay. So they bring out the cake, you cut it, and then they take it in the back and they make it into pieces for everybody else. But
yes, well, some places charge for that. Now, at the Waterford, we put all of our packages, they're inclusive. So there's no hidden cost, nothing comes up later on. We go through package line by line, detail by detail in the initial plannings, so there's no hidden cost. But those other things you dedefinitely want to ask about when
or just come to Waterford.
Yeah. That makes it easy, so you don't have to worry about it.
Well, communication is important when you're dealing with your event coordinator and with your family as well. So tell me about communication. What makes Waterford special there?
Well, with the Waterford, we have several meetings with our customers throughout the planning process. Many venues will limit the number of meetings that you can have, and then and then they'll charge you for additional meetings. Right. So more hidden costs, things to look out for. Now, for us, we'll have meetings about menu planning. You actually meet with the chef and go over the menu and have a tasting.
Great.
We work with you on design and decor and decorating items. So you should feel comfortable with your planner. I mean, this is someone you're going to be working with for the next 6 months to a year, so you want to make sure that you're asking the right questions, they're asking the right questions to get all the information to have a nice, smooth, flawless event for you. So you get
pretty much when you're calling a venue and you're asking about your date and whatever, you can get a good idea of if it's the kind of place you can work with just from the communication on the phone.
Well, yeah, and you want to make sure they're accessible. Do they answer the phones? Do they email you back promptly? Do they ask you for scheduled meetings? Can you just stop by without scheduling a meeting? Those are all things that you want to look out for. And yes, when you're looking at the different venues, doing your homework and calling around, those are the key things to look for.
Now, hidden costs, we've been talking about it, but if the folks enter our drawing, our awards package here, which they're running out of time, they don't have to worry about hidden costs because they get everything.
Yep, them and 200 of their closest best friends for any kind of event, be it a corporate gala or a wedding or anything at all. They can come in. It's a 5-hour reception, food, bar, place, everything. It's all taken care of for them.
When the award winner calls you and says, "It's me," how do you imagine that going? How do you imagine that whole process going?
It's going to be exciting, and I'm excited to see what kind of event it is. I would love for it to be like a charity gala or something like that, or just a wedding for someone who maybe wouldn't have been able to do that. So best of luck to everyone. Go out and enter, because today's the last day to do that.
Excellent, excellent. So what's the thing that's happening with event planning right now? Because I was teasing your chef.
Oh, yes.
Chocolate fountains. And you're saying October is the time to have weddings. So what's the thing for events across the board?
Across the board, a lot of people are going for day of coordinators, to where they will shuffle mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, bridesmaids from church to venue. They'll make sure everybody's lined up and all the decorations are done for them, so they can actually relax and enjoy their day.
So would that be you in that case for Waterford?
At Waterford, we do some of that for you. We make sure everything is set up according to, but it's good to have someone there that can get all the family where they need to be.
Right. And understand what's in your mind and execute it.
Absolutely.
That is really takes a lot of the pressure off.
Yeah, you want to be able to enjoy your day, not be stressing about, okay, who's in the bathroom and why aren't they here? So.
Where's the groom?
Exactly.
Excellent.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Consuelo, for joining us and for being part of the big giveaway with Waterford. I also cannot wait to see who wins this.
Yes.
It's going to be exciting.
It'll be exciting.
More
Thank
Let's
you.
Talk Live's coming up. Stick with us right here.